My favorite Korean food is my mom's donkkaseu. When my family first immigrated to America in late 1998, we didn't have a lot of money. I remember there were days when my brother and I had to eat fried eggs, rice, and ketchup for like a month because that was the only thing in our fridge. To my parents' dismay, that wasn't a life that they wanted to give us. So they worked really hard and tried to make as much money as possible. A year later, and we were a bit better off. To celebrate our 1-year anniversary in America, my parents invited their friends to our house for a dinner. That day, I saw so much food laid in our kitchen table that I've never seen before. I'm talking about bulgogi, galbi, kimchi-jjigae, japchae, and just so much more. The one food that really stood out was my mom's very own donkkaseu. She makes a donkkaseu by patting raw pork and egg mixture and breading and deep frying them. The one twist that she does is she makes a sauce by scratch. She makes it by adding donkkaseu sauce and white soup and then adding ketchup. Everyone who's ever had my mom's donkkaseu raves about how good it is. That night was my first time eating her donkkaseu since moving to America, and it was the tastiest thing that I've ever had. I remember taking one bite and just being transported into pork heaven. The donkkaseu was fatty, savory, and rich with amazing pork flavors, and the sauce was sweet, sour, and perfectly complemented the fatty flavors of the donkkaseu. That was the most delicious bite of any food in my entire 7 years of living, and it's probably the reason why I started loving food in the first place. To top that night off, my parents surprised me and my brother with our very own Game Boy Color and Pokemon Red and Blue, which were the hottest games at that time. We didn't have much back then, but I remember feeling like a king that night. Donkkaseu encapsulates all that exciting, happy feeling. Donkkaseu is my favorite Korean food because it reminds me of that specific time in my childhood. The joy of sharing food with people in a festive spirit and finally feeling a little bit more comfortable calling this foreign country my home.